Mr. Crossberg.
You'll never wake him like that.
Louisa, there is a strange man standing above me. Introduce us.
This is Mr. Walter Reynolds. He's come to
make you an offer.
Oh, please forgive the rudeness of my maid. She's in hysterics. Louisa, would you get us some tea? From the left cabinet, please. Unless... Are you a member of the English royal family? Norwegian royal family? Saudi? Right cabinet, Louisa! I must say, I'm disappointed. From the way you're dressed, I expected royalty.
I'm not sure how to take that, Mr. Crossberg.
As a compliment, my dear Mr. Reynolds, as a compliment. Why, it's nearly noon. That was quite the lengthy slumber, wasn't it? Don't answer, I wasn't asking. Now, I believe you have an offer to make me.
Yes,
I expect a knighthood, you know. Sooner or later, the king of somewhere or other is going to waltz into my chamber and offer it to me. My talents are known rather far and wide. Have you heard of music?
No, not really a fan of music.
Well, you should be. Every man or woman of culture is, you know. How's your tea?
It's a little cold, actually.
I'm working on a little bit of music right now, an arrangement. Certain genre. Classical? You know what arrangement is? Arrangement? Orchestration? No? Some say that a composer as masterful as Mahler needs a redux. That he wrote for the orchestra and doesn't need to be rewritten, but I disagree. You take a master work, the composer's soul poured out onto the page. Do you make it yours? You filter those moments, those glimpses of the divine through your own unworthy soul, and you pour it out like honey to the masses through your instrument. The orchestra. The orchestra is your instrument. I take the voices, the many voices, and I make them one voice, my voice. See, that is what arrangement is all about, Mr. Reynolds. Why do I strive for the perfect arrangement? Well, because I'm in love. Oh, Jesus, that is cold. Louisa!
Mr. Crossberg?
Why is my tea cold? Tea is traditionally served hot. I can think of no reason why tea should ever be served cold, except for iced tea. That is the only acceptable. Why is my tea cold?
The kettle was in the left cabinet, sir, and you said not to use anything from the left cabinet unless the royals arrive?
Yes, of course. That chair is out of place. Did you move it?
I know. I don't think
it's all right. You should be truthful with me.
It's not that. It's just that
you don't recall?
I guess. I don't recall.
Interesting. And I shall return with the measuring tape.
He gave you the arrangement speech, didn't he? He worked on that speech for a month, you know, getting every word just right. Started with the word "the." Went through 12 drafts of that speech before he arrived at one he was happy with. Sorry you had to go through it.
The measuring tape was in the left cabinet, but a measuring stick is just as good. Off northwest. See if I caught that just in time. Now, those right angles could ruin an otherwise excellent day. Now, you may want to sit still while I adjust you there. All right, bang on. Well, what do you think, Louisa? Does that look right?
Don't know, Mr. Crossberg. Feng Shui is your department.
Well, I suppose it is, isn't it? Well, I call it perfect. Have I told you how much I adore arranging things? You take a master work. Yes. Excellent. So on to business then. What do you want?
Have you ever thought what your life is worth, Mr. Crossberg? I mean, You go around earning money, doing the same stuff day in, day out, until you grow old. And then you're wandering around with nothing to do, waiting for meals and newspapers, until you're taken off to the crematorium and burnt. If you're happy, it doesn't make anyone happy, and then if you're sad, it doesn't make anyone happy either, and then you just die. Seems rather meaningless, doesn't it? But at Purvis and Wade Life Insurance, we can assure that your death won't go for nothing. That after your passing, you can make life just that much happier for your friends, loved ones, or fond acquaintances. All for only 12 easy annual payments.
I'm not interested, my friend, I'm not interested.
Not even a little?
No.
It was a very good speech, I thought.
Oh, it was a very good speech, but I don't plan on dying until age 104. That is what my astrologer tells me, and my homeopath concurs, I might add. Well, providing I drink enough of their concoctions, of course.
You're not remotely unsettled by the potential of leaving the people you love in the financial lurch.
My good man, I will be alive long after everyone I love is dead. Besides, it's not as if anyone is clamoring to warm my bed. Isn't that right, Louisa?
No one, sir.
So you see, it is not interesting. Wife and child are simply not part of the plan. I haven't got the time. Now, scat you out, or you further wreak havoc on my Chesterfield's polarity, and I have to reverse it.
There's nothing that unsettles you then?
Well, I didn't say that now, did I? As a matter of fact, before you woke me, I was having the most standard of dreams when, suddenly and quite unexpectedly, the audience was on fire. Good day, Mr. Reynolds. This piano is in need of tuning. Maybe I have some time before the concert tonight.
Mr. Crossbow.
You'll never wake him like that.
Louisa, there is a strange woman standing above me. Introduce us.
This is Miss Elizabeth something. She's come for the
weekly tea time.
Yes, have you forgotten again, Mr. Crossbow?
Impossible. My recall is flawless. So you are Elizabeth.
Yes, I am. It's very good. You remembered my name.
Yes, yes. Sit if you must. Try not to disturb the furniture.
Of course, you do love your feng shui. Oh, my, yes, cup of chamomile. Thank you, Louisa.
Earl Grey hot this time, Louisa. Right, cabinet. Well, I suppose you don't want to hear about my day?
No, not if you don't want. I've just been back from a tour of the colonies. There are
And the dickens of a dream last night. But after 6, did you arrive late?
No, I was waiting on the stoop for 3 hours. Luckily, I brought a book. Have you read Darwin?
About that dream. All of my teeth had fallen out.
We're out of tea, sir.
What? Oh, yes, I gave it to that door-to-door salesman. I hope you're not thirsty, my darling.
It was rather hot outside on the stoop. I thought you kept some in the left cabinet, Mr. Gosper.
Oh, that's not for you.
I'll get you some broth, shall I?
Broth.
It's all we have.
Oh, very well then, but do put it in a teacup, if you please. Now, what was I talking about?
You were telling me...
I was telling you about my dream. Yes, thank you. Elizabeth. Anyways, my teeth were falling all about. And as you might imagine, this was giving the percussion section a rather difficult time, as I have rather large and loud-sounding teeth, you see. So the percussion section, not the teeth, they were giving me quite the glaring when all of a sudden I detected a draft where no man should feel draftly, except possibly the Scots. Now anyway, I looked down and I'm not in fact wearing my specially tailored conductor's trousers, nor in fact any trousers at all. In fact, it seems my entire conducting attire had taken the night off. I was stark bloody nude. Yes, nude as stark blood. Now the whole percussion section, in fact the entire orchestra, began pointing and laughing. So I tried to cover myself with my conductor's stick, baton, but it simply was not enough to cover the shame of it. So I grabbed the score and I held it up in front of my front bottom, but I had only used the flimsiest of rice paper to write the arrangement on, and they could see everything. So I reached out and I grabbed the cello, and I hid behind it, much to the chagrin of the lead cellist. And as I made a hasty retreat from the stage, I noticed a warming on my rear bottom. So I turned around and dropped the cello and looked out into the auditorium, and I saw that the audience was on fire. All of them burning up to a crisp. Biscuit?
Yeah, please.
You're wrong.
Salty.
If you close your eyes, it isn't so bad.
Perhaps you should give Elizabeth a birthday gift.
Is it that time of year again? Yes, here you are. It's a hat. It seemed to suit the mannequin in the story, where he would look like you if he didn't have a face.
Thank you, Mr. Crosper. Will you play me a song?
No, I'm quite comfortable where I am, thank you. And again, perhaps I could make an exception. After all, it is your birthday. Louisa, the piano's got a tune today. Have you done something to it?
I haven't touched the piano, Mr. Crossbow.
Oh, do not turn this house into a chamber of lies, Louisa. I've seen this yesterday. Are you certain? Well, there is only one conclusion. The piano is bewitched. I thought I'd taken the proper precaution. Off northwest. All that negative energy is flowing too. Here, there. Call the exorcist. Now we must disenchant the piano bench, and I must rearrange the whole room. Just brew me a pot of coffee. It's going to be a long night.
Perhaps you should depart until next week.
Thank you for the hat, Mr. Crossroads.
Hey.
I'll see you next week.
that woman? Why do you keep letting her in?
Mr. Crossberg. Mr. Crossberg.
Oh, you'll never wake him like that.
Louisa, there is an ominous spectre standing above me. Introduce us.
This is Mr. Death. He's come to...
I've come to take you.
I'm flattered, but I don't swing that way, old bones. Well, then what?
I've come to take you.
How are you going to take me then, if not repeatedly in the arms? What? 9 at night, Jesus Christ, Louisa! I missed the concert. Why didn't you wake me?
It was a long night. You were up quite late tuning the piano. You drank all the coffee we had, kept me awake, saying the piano was going to get you if you let me sleep. Mr. Crossberg, I'm afraid I slept in too.
I was having the most unusual dream. I was running from something. That was you, wasn't it?
No.
Well, it was someone or something. May have been a puma. Man's primal and eternal enemy. When I decided enough was enough, and I cried out, "Stop, puma!" And it did. He reached into its pocket and took out a pair of reading glasses and put them on before asking me if I knew what twice 2 was. Well, of course I do, you silly puma. It's... But I had forgotten what 2 by 2 was. "If you don't answer, I'll eat your face!" retorted the puma. "A fair challenge, puma," I replied. "But what if I answer incorrectly?" "Then," replied the puma, "I will also eat your face!"
I'm somewhere I have to be.
"You drive a hard and fast bargain, puma, but not as hard and fast as my footfall as I run away." So I took off running from the puma, and I finally tricked him into ceasing his pursuit by running off a tall cliff. As I fell towards the ground, I noticed a light shining in the water below me. A red light. A burning light. Searing light. It was cooking the flesh from my bones. I trembled, for I thought it was the dreaded fire puma. But you know, the damnedest thing was the audience. They were on fire.
Again?
Again, what? I've only just had this dream before I was rudely awoken to the sound of hands hitting face.
No, the audience on fire. You were late to the concert. Your fans waited to hear what you created. Your arrangement. You were late. And as the vegetables started to fly, a stray head of cabbage impacted the head of the lead flautist, who fell, knocking over the line. And as the theater burned to the ground, do you know who got beat? Me! Fuck! Bloody selfish man! Come with me, Mr. Crossberg. I'm taking you to the concert hall where you're supposed to be.
I don't want to go. I don't plan on dying until age 104. That is what my astrologer tells me, and my homeopath concurs, I might add. Provided I drink enough of their concoctions, of course, and have I not done that?
You don't seriously believe that, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do. In fact, the arrangement of this room is such that you should not even be allowed to enter.
You honestly believe
Stop, puma!
that the arrangement of your furniture would prevent me from entering your abode?
Yes.
Well then, you ought to know that your room is off by 3 degrees.
What?
3 degrees.
What?
Your compass only points towards magnetic north, not true north. Shit. Also, your room is facing east. All that negative energy directed where? To me, that's where.
The boiling sun! That's what was tuning my piano flat! I knew I should have set an alarm.
Do you know how hard it is to have a dinner party when there's so much negative element flowing in from across the street?
As a matter of fact,
Oh!